We'll call this video Cleaning the Scamp. Rick's working on his Scamp, and Jamie is farting around working on his a little bit. But we're at camp. We're on BLM land, and just because you have a Scamp you're camping doesn't mean you don't have to clean house. So I'll show you how I go about doing it. Okay, because my little buddy, little man, has a lot of accents. Yeah, that little dude right there, Mr. Snicker. What I have to do, I have to pull all my cushions out once in a while, especially the one on my sofa, and I have to spray it with 409 cleaner, and then I let it dry up, and I vacuum it off with this little Shark vacuum cleaner I got for $39 at Walmart. There's my solar shawl, but as you can see, I got the front cushion stripped out of the thing. And what I usually do, I wipe down all the cabinets with 409. I usually don't hit where my decals are because I don't want to fade it. But I just clean everything up, and as you can tell, I keep my Scamp very organized because that way I know where everything is and I never have to think about it. But let's go over here and check out what Rick and Jamie are doing to their trailers. Okay, as you can see, we got all the pups out. Old Molly laying up under the trailer stand in the shade, but Rick's over here working on his bicycle. I don't know exactly what he's doing because I went into Dosa to do some stuff at Walmart. Bought me a flashlight that doesn't work, but that's his setup. Working on, he got his solar panels out, and basically, you know, you have to clean house out here just like you have to clean house at home. But this is what we do during the day. If we don't have anything to do, we go running around the landscape, seeing what we can find. I came across a good deal on firewood right there, if y'all can see it. $15 for a barrel of firewood, and that's a hell of a deal. But this is our camping. Oh, Jamie put up a antenna right there, if y'all can see it. That's his homemade camper right there. But you just kind of sit around, do what you want to do, take your time, whatever. This is Gadget Man right here. This is Rick Allen. His brother's Tim Allen, home improvement buddies. He's always working on something. He's got more tools than you can ever think about. But all I know, he's working on his bike. I'm not sure what he's doing, and they've been sitting around talking all day. But there's always something to do. Always something to do when you're camping and living off the land, nomadic lifestyle. Just like having a house. You got a clean house. You got to work around the yard or work around, you know, in your cars or whatever you do. But life on the road. You want to see a pretty sunset? Look behind me. Isn't that beautiful? That's our sunset, Capitan, New Mexico. Cooking dinner and watching the sun go down. To me, it's nothing better than a morning fire and a hot cup of coffee and peaceful, quiet. Just kick back and get warm by the fire and enjoy it. Look at the beautiful days coming up. I love sunsets, but I also love morning. Watching the sun come up and knowing I have another day to enjoy and do whatever I want to do. But this is how I usually start my mornings. I'm usually up by 6:30, and I just kick back and get the fire going. Drink my coffee and just enjoy it. I mean, that's the whole reason being out here, is to enjoy it, the freedom, and get away from all the stress and the troubles in the world, and right now the virus. Just kind of like get out here. And here's my buddy Zeb. Come here, Zeb. Zeb, you better come over here and give me some loving. Zeb, where you at, buddy? You being silly dog, Zeb. He's a roamer too. Little man's in the camper. It's too cold for him to come out here. that. Come here, Zeb. Come here, Zeb. Come here, baby boy. Come here, baby boy. Here's old Zeb. Yeah. Zeb's my buddy. Yeah. He's my morning buddy. But this is usually what I do, and then, you know, as it gets warm, the sun comes up, I'll go on to Scamp and cook me bacon and eggs and get my day going. No rush to do anything or go anyplace. Just enjoy it. That's the whole reason being out here, is to enjoy it. Meet a lot of good people and see a whole lot. But it's a good life. I'm living the American dream, I think. Good fire too. How about that a view? Isn't that pretty? As far as you can see, beauty. Pretty windy up here, but well worth the drive up. Sweet. And there's my old little man. He just enjoying himself. Walking along. Probably hurts his feet. That's just some of the scenery you'll find just riding these BLM gravel roads, and they go all over the place. I mean, sometimes I get lost just riding them, but I usually find my way back to camp. But pretty view, isn't it? I think it is. New Mexico is a beautiful state. It really is. There's all kind of dispersed camping up here. Here's another site, but it's pretty high up. I'd say it's probably above 7,000 feet. So unless you got a good set of lungs on you, I don't know. But I'll show you a few of them as I drive back to camp. But this is another one, you can tell, because it's got a fire pit. And also the ground's pretty wore out. So, you know, people have camped here before, but just another spot. Here's another spot I found, but if you don't have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive vehicle, a lot of these BLM roads, they're not real good to drive on. I mean, and you better have some good tires too, because they're dusty, they're rocky, and they vibrate the hell out of your vehicle. But once you get here, it's beautiful. I like ours because we have trees, and I like the trees kind of blend in, and our campers blend in with the trees. Plus they're a wind barrier, and that's important because it does get windy up here. Okay, it's really windy out here, so there's not a whole lot I can do about the wind sound. But basically what you do, you just drive along till you find a pre-existing campsite. Usually they have a fire pit right there like this one has, and I mean, you don't cut down the trees, and it's best to keep on using the same sites. And you know, the rangers or whoever, you know, takes care of this property, when it gets too, you know, bad, they'll usually take big rocks and block that camp area off so you won't use it until it gets better. But yeah, I mean, just drive along. I mean, you can see the view behind me in the road and everything. Just kind of like drive along till you find the site. You know, usually you'll come across a fire pit with rocks around it like that, and you'll be able to say, this is a good camp spot if you like it. This one's open, real windy. That's why I like ours, because we have the trees all the way around, and it's not too high here, so it's not too hard to breathe. But it's really pretty. This is called the Stony River area. It's right outside Capitan, New Mexico. But if you ever get a chance, come on out here and check it out. But it's really beautiful country. It really is. Okay, this is the road we're traveling on, and if you look real closely, it's going back up the hill. But this is basically what you'll be driving on. And I believe if you drove easy in a two-wheel drive vehicle, you might do okay, but I definitely wouldn't come down here after the rain or if it was raining. But I would say, you know, the best bet to have an all-wheel drive vehicle or four-wheel drive vehicle. But it's pretty nice, but that's the area, you know, this is the road you'll be driving on. Here's another spot I found, a campsite, but once again, it's completely open, which I don't care a whole lot about that, because if it gets windy, you're gonna get cold. But this is like the 5th or 6th one I believe I found just on this one road. But if you come across a spot and it looks like it's wore out, been trashed out, or got trash left in the fire pit, do the right thing. Just go ahead and pack it out. I mean, I've had to clean up one in Minnesota. I don't know what it was. A bunch of hunters used it or what, but it had like 5 or 6 milk carton jugs in it. I was like, wow, wonder why they left that. But anyway, just go ahead and clean it up. It ain't no big deal. I mean, pat yourself on the back. You did a good thing. But this is a beautiful spot. It's just, if it gets windy, it'd be pretty bad. But there goes another one.